11G2 Go Defense. If you are interested in a career in national defense, the Go Defense website will be very helpful. It includes many levels of employment, from entry-level to executive positions, as well as non-appropriated fund jobs. In addition, this website has links to Department of Defense agency websites. If you want more information about Go Defense, select Yes. If not, select No.
11G3 Veterans Preference in Federal Employment. Veterans preference in federal employment is determined by a point system and administered by OPM. Generally, a 5-point preference is given to honorably separated veterans who served more than 180 consecutive days of active duty before October 14, 1976, or who served continuously for 24 months, or the full period called or ordered to active duty during any war or expedition for which a campaign badge has been authorized. Preference for veterans who retired at or above the rank of Major or Lieutenant Commander is contingent on a disability. To be entitled to preference, you must produce a DD Form 214 prior to applying for this program. A 10-point preference is given to disabled veterans and veterans who are awarded the Purple Heart and honorably separated. Hiring preference is also granted to the spouse of an unemployable disabled veteran, the unmarried widow or widower of a veteran, or the mother of a deceased or disabled veteran. Retired reservists who are not receiving retired pay are not considered retired military for purposes of veterans preference. If you would like to know more about veterans preferences, select Yes. If not, select No.
11G4 Veterans Federal Procurement Opportunities. There are advantages to having your own government contracting business if you're a veteran. If you are interested in starting your own government contracting business, the Small Business Development Act gives you an advantage over other small businesses competing for government contracts. Each year, 3% of all prime contract and subcontract awards are given to small businesses owned and controlled by service-disabled veterans. In addition, federal procurement officials and prime contractors are required to provide opportunities for small businesses owned and controlled by veterans or service-disabled veterans to participate in performance contracts awarded by any federal agency. Service-disabled, veteran-owned small businesses are awarded government contracts through a sole source or a set-aside award based on competition that is restricted to these firms. Veteran-owned companies must be registered in the Central Contractor Registration System. The Small Business Administration offers substantial assistance as well as a mentor-protege program to small, disadvantaged businesses. If you would like to know more about Veterans Federal Procurement Opportunities, select Yes. If not, select No.
11G5 Office of Personnel Management, OPM Special Hiring Authorities. There are several ways to get a federal job. One way is by utilizing a special appointing authority for veterans, which is a non-competitive appointment. If you're eligible, you may have a significant advantage over others because you do not compete outside the special authority category. To receive special appointing authorities, you must have been discharged or released from active duty under honorable conditions and meet other eligibility requirements. The Veterans Recruitment Appointment, VRA, is another special authority, which agencies can use to appoint an eligible veteran without open competition. A veteran can be appointed to any position for which he or she is qualified up to GS-11 or equivalent. If a veteran has 2 years of satisfactory employment, the person's position can be converted to a career conditional job. However, based on VRA eligibility, the veteran may be given a non-competitive, temporary, or term appointment that does not lead to a career job. If you are 30% or more disabled, you may be given a temporary or term position for which you are qualified. Unlike VRA, however, there is no grade limitation. If you then have a satisfactory performance, you may be converted at any time to a career conditional appointment. Contact the Personnel Office of the federal agency where you are interested in working to find out more about these opportunities. If you are interested in knowing more about special appointing authority for veterans, select yes. If not, select no.
11H. Hiring preference in non-appropriated fund, NAF Jobs. NAF Jobs are found on military installations, as well as at Department of Transportation and Veterans Affairs. NAF Jobs involve trades, crafts, or manual labor. NAF employees can be skilled, semi-skilled, or unskilled. They may be foremen or supervisors. If you are separated involuntarily with an honorable discharge and can receive transition benefits, or you are separating with a special separation benefit, or separating with the voluntary separation incentive, you could be eligible for a NAF hiring preference. This is a one-time preference for you and your family members for NAF positions you or they are qualified to perform. If you are interested in more information about NAF Jobs and the preference, select yes. If not, select no.
11I. State Employment Agencies. Once you leave the military, state employment agencies can assist you in finding a job. Veterans who use these centers receive priority for job referrals, testing, counseling, and other services. Services and benefits vary from state to state. In most states, you can register with the employment agency online. State employment agencies and OneStop career centers have veteran employment representatives to assist you with a wide range of employment issues. Disabled Veteran Outreach Program Specialist, or DVOPS, serve disabled veterans exclusively. They focus mainly on veterans with barriers to employment who are in need of intensive services. Local veterans employment representatives conduct employer outreach and provide employment, training, and placement services directly to veterans. If you would like more information about state employment agencies, select yes. If not, select no.
11I-1. Career One-Stop Centers. One-Stop Career Centers provide a full range of assistance to job seekers. Established under the Workforce Investment Act, WIA, the centers offer employment-related services in person, online, or kiosks. One-stops are conveniently located and provide a wealth of information. A one-stop can connect you to employment, education, and training services provided through local, state, and federal programs. These centers are a statewide network and offer a variety of services. One-stop centers can connect you to the employment, education, and training services provided through local, state, and federal programs. These centers are a statewide network and offer a variety of services. The Career One-Stop website provides information about career fields and current labor market information. You can also explore training, compare skills banks, typical job duties and technology, and search employers and jobs. If you are interested in learning more about One-Stop Career Centers, select yes. If not, select no.
11I-2. Workforce Investment Act, WIA. The Workforce Investment Act, or WIA, is administered by the Department of Labor. WIA trains and educates job seekers about the skills that businesses look for in employees. Individuals who take advantage of WIA services choose the training programs that best fit their personal situation. Through WIA, they access core services such as job search and placement assistance, labor market information, initial assessments, and information about assistance and follow-up services. Unemployed individuals who need more than core services can access individual employment plans, group and individual counseling, case management, and short-term pre-vocational assistance. WIA services are available through the One-Stop Career Centers. If you want to know more about WIA, select yes. If not, select no.
11J-1. Small Business Administration and the SBA Patriot Express Loan. The Small Business Administration, SBA, provides a full range of entrepreneurial support programs, as well as specific programs for veterans, service-disabled veterans, and members of the National Guard and Reserve. SBA offers established loan and surety bonding programs for veterans and reservists and government procurement programs for veterans. There are Veterans Business Development Officers in every SBA district office. District offices offer outreach, counseling, and training at more than 1,500 small business development centers. The Service Corps of Retired Executives, SCORE chapters, and Women's Business Centers. They are also available online. SCORE is a national association dedicated to helping small business owners start and build their businesses. SCORE is a volunteer organization of active and retired business people who offer assistance to individuals starting or operating small businesses. They offer low-cost educational seminars and free one-on-one counseling. The Patriot Express loan for military personnel supports and assists those in the military community who want to establish or expand their small businesses. Offered by SBA's network of participating lenders nationwide, the loan streamlines documentation and processing. Loans of up to $500,000 are available to businesses where a veteran owns at least 51% and qualifies for SBA's maximum guarantee. The Patriot Express loan can be used for most business purposes, including startup, expansion, equipment purchases, working capital, inventory, or business-occupied real estate purchases. The Patriot Express loan offers SBA's lowest interest rates for business loans, generally 2.25% to 4.75% over prime. If you would like more information about SBA or the Patriot Express loan, select yes. If not, select no.
11J2, National Veterans Business Development Corporation. If you're a disabled veteran and an entrepreneur, you'll want to investigate the National Veterans Business Development Corporation. The corporation is a congressionally mandated program started in 2001 to achieve compliance with the government's 3% goal of procurement for disabled veterans. The corporation utilizes both public and private monies to expand and reinforce monetary assistance to disabled veterans and small businesses. It also established a task force for veterans entrepreneurship. If you want more information about the National Veterans Business Development Corporation, select yes. If not, select no.
11K, Uniformed Services Employment and Reemployment Rights Act, USERRA. When you join the military or are called to active duty in the National Guard or Reserve, upon your return, you may have reemployment rights with your civilian employer. The Uniformed Services Employment and Reemployment Rights Act, or USERRA, clearly establishes that reemployment protection does not depend on the timing, frequency, duration, or nature of your service. As long as basic eligibility criteria are met, you are protected. The criteria include character of service, initial obligation or duration of service, advance notice, and timely reapplication. The USERRA Reemployment Escalator Principle provides for returning service members to be rehired with the same seniority, status, pay, rights, and benefits as determined by seniority. USERRA requires employers to take reasonable steps so returning service members can qualify for reemployment. USERRA also provides protection from discrimination in hiring or rehiring that might result from past, present, or future membership in the uniformed services. The Department of Labor's Veterans Employment and Training Service, DOL Vets, provides assistance to all persons having claims under USERRA. Members of the National Guard or Reserve who might have any employee-employer problems or misunderstandings as a result of their membership can also contact the Department of Defense Organization, Employer Support for the Guard and Reserve, or ESGR, for assistance. If you want more information about employment or reemployment rights, select yes. If not, select no.
11L, Priority of Service. As a veteran, you and your eligible spouse are given priority of service for any Department of Labor funded programs, including employment, training, and placement services at state employment service offices or OneStop career centers. Federal law requires all states to develop policies in their workforce plan for the delivery of priority of service. States are also required to have their workforce system and DOL programs to support implementation. If you would like more information about priority of service, select yes. If not, select no.
12A, Permissive TDY XS Leave. Looking for the right job and a place to live can be challenging and can take longer than you anticipate. Permissive TDY and XS Leave may be authorized for job search and house hunting activities that facilitate your relocation to civilian life. You can request either XS Leave or Permissive TDY, but not both, and your request must be approved by your unit commander. To be eligible, you must separate with a Separation Program Designator, or SPD code, that provides transition benefits. Retiring service members, members who are separating involuntarily under honorable conditions, and members being discharged for medical reasons can be eligible for Permissive TDY or XS Leave. Because there are restrictions, you need to check with your command and personnel office. If you are a reserve component service member, you are authorized only the leave you earned while on active duty, so check with your local command to determine leave policies and options. Eligible service members can take up to 20 days of Permissive TDY for job hunting, house hunting, or other relocation activities. You could be authorized for up to 30 days of Permissive TDY if you are a service member stationed overseas, or if you are not a U.S. resident and not stationed at your home of record, or if you are overseas and returning to a legal residence in the United States. If you are overseas and not returning to your home of record, the place from which you were called or ordered to active duty, the place of your first enlistment, or your place of permanent legal residence, you could be authorized 20 days of Permissive TDY. You can take Permissive TDY all at once or in increments, except in cases of disability retirement or separation, when time constraints dictate that it is taken all at once or not at all. For more information about Permissive TDY and XS Leave, select Yes. If not, select No.
(12B) Travel and Transportation Allowances. As a separating service member, you are authorized travel and transportation allowances from your last duty station to your home of record or the place where you entered active duty. If you're retiring, you're authorized for travel and transportation allowances from your last duty station to a home of selection, any place in the United States, a home of record, or the place you entered active duty outside the United States. Travel must be completed within established time frames. Eligible retirees and certain involuntary separatees are authorized storage and shipment of household goods for up to 1 year. Household goods can be shipped to any destination within the United States, to a home of record outside the United States, or to the place outside the U.S. from where the soldier was initially called to active duty. For up to 6 months, all other separatees are authorized to store and to ship household goods to the location they identified for separation. Contact the Personnel Property or Transportation Office for more information. As a reserve component service member on active duty, you are authorized transportation to your place of entry onto active duty. If you travel to a different location, your transportation reimbursement is limited to the cost of traveling to your place of entry. Your transportation office can explain travel and transportation entitlements and limitations. Reserve component service members ordered to active duty normally are not authorized shipment or storage of household goods upon entry or separation. If you are retiring from full-time active duty or being involuntarily separated, check with your commander and your transportation and personnel offices to see if you are eligible for shipment and storage of household goods. Eligible involuntary separatees or selected early retirement board retirees can be extended in military housing for up to 180 days, following separation or retirement on a space available basis. The housing office can provide more information and rental rates. Subject to overseas status of forces agreements, dependents of service members separating involuntarily who completed the 11th grade by the service member's separation date could be granted a Department of Defense dependent school extension. If you would like more information about relocation assistance, select Yes. If not, select No.
13. Contact information for housing counseling assistance. If you live in government quarters, you must schedule a pre-inspection. You will learn about the requirements for cleaning and vacating your quarters and your options for completing these requirements. If you are moving from a rental property, notify your landlord as soon as possible. If you have any problems as the result of your separation, the Housing Office can assist you. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD website, lists state resources and program offices for assisting in avoiding foreclosure, financing home improvements, and buying or selling a home. The HUD Veteran Resource Center has a wide variety of HUD homeless assistance programs and services for veterans. HUD Vet also helps with issues of affordable housing for individuals with disabilities, runaway youth, and combating domestic violence. If you want more information about housing counseling, select yes. If not, select no.